Welcome back, fellow warriors, to the stage of history. My name is Cosmo Jazz, and today I want to finally release a project for you guys that I think is going to make into a series. This series is called Character v Character. The purpose of this series is to look at a character known for one series and to see how they are, play, etc. in another game that they either are a guest character in or are completely different. I will always have a guest speaker on these things because I feel like while I could analyze what the character is about, a true fan should be the one to tell you what's the difference between a character in one game and a character in another game. I asked the guests questions so that anyone who doesn't know anything about the character or the guests themselves will get good input and understanding of both. I will also be playing with the guests in the games that we will be talking about in particular for which the character is in. Now, the first character I would like to do is a character that's kind of well known for being the strange one, and that is Yoshimitsu. Now, you might know Yoshimitsu from either the Tekken series or the Soul Calibur series, but you might not know the difference between the characters. And for that, I had to bring a Yoshimitsu expert that I know, and you might know as well if you follow the channel. Now, this person is someone I literally can call brother, even though we're not related in any way. He's also an admin in the Yoshimitsu Discord for Tekken 7, so he definitely probably knows what he's talking about, especially since he makes punishment guides on his YouTube channel for Yoshimitsu versus anybody in the series for the most part, although he still is in the process of making it for a couple more characters down the line. Now, if you also follow this channel, you know that he is also part of the No Name podcast and one of the 3 partners in crime I have in that channel. His name is Baker, aka Eddie, and he is going to be my guest for this episode. Now, one thing I do want to point out is that this is the very first episode and the very first time I've ever done anything like this. So if you enjoy what you see, or if you have anything that can possibly improve on this, please leave it down in the comment section below. I will happily either listen and read it, or possibly discuss possible things around it. And I would love to make this a good series so that maybe we can have some great entertainment as well as discussion in the fighting game community, possibly. But without further ado, let us begin. This is Character v Character. Yoshimitsu versus Yoshimitsu. First question. Well, not really a first question because we need to know some stuff.
You or something like that? What the hell's going on here?
Well, it's mainly because you're the Yoshi person, you would know the most. So I would like your perspective thing on it for everything on that.
That's good. Just like we've never been the alright, first question, buddy. we've never been on that stage, that like status, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like it's just foreign to me. We normally just shoot the breeze. You're just like, nah, man, we got to get serious now. Let's do this shit. Nah, man, what you got for me?
Well, first, before I even do any questions, I would like for the people to know, what is your kind of background with the character? Like, how long have you been playing him, etc., all that stuff?
Honestly, I always liked Yoshimitsu, but we've been friends for so long, so you're gonna hear some shit that I've been saying before in the past. But I've always liked Yoshimitsu. I've liked Yoshimitsu since Tekken 2. But I really didn't even start playing him until, like, I didn't even main him until, like, Tekken 6. I was mostly, like, a Mishima main, just because, like, I really essentially just played the characters that I liked. And Yoshimitsu just so happened to be one of them. But I didn't even get serious with him until Tag 2. But I did play a bit of him in the ending lifeline of Tekken 6. And
no, well, I was going to say, what made the change since you said, like, Mishima's to him?
Ease of character use mostly, because you know using Mishimas all day is a struggle in and of itself. And Yoshimitsu is difficult in his own right. It's just that, well, Yoshimitsu has a sword. He's different. He requires a little bit of thought. He requires a little bit of trickery. And in fighting games, I feel as though you have to have a little bit of trickery in order to like really flourish in this game.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Now you also do like punishment guides and what. So does that also go to just level the character, or just doing it just because you feel like it?
No, that came from character love too, because what a lot of people would do is they always talk about how to trick a character, right? Well, but for me, it's like why do you always have to rely on tricking people? You don't, even with Yoshimitsu or with any character in the game, you don't have to just trick them. You can just let people kill themselves. But since other people weren't making punishment guides, or actually, let me say, a lot of Americans weren't making punishment guides, right? Why not be that person that helps people with block punishment? Just because, well, I'm also teaching people just how to punish in general, because that's just stuff that people never really learn. So I'm like, why not be the martyr for that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Oops. So what is your favorite thing about the character other than like the easiness of it? Like, is it like a certain style he looks, because he changes in every game basically?
Aesthetics. Pure aesthetics. I appreciate that he looks different in every single game, but it's just I don't know. I think lore values.
Yeah, even lore, like anything, just go nuts.
Like I always like the lore, because it's just kind of like, I wouldn't say necessarily for just every other black man in America or anything like that, but the lore behind him is, where we live is kind of fucked up, but he makes the best of it, and he tries to give to people less fortunate than him. I think even in Tekken 2, when he won the King of Iron Fist tournament, he just strolled through the money. He strolled through a city just making it rain on everybody. He's like, I don't need this money, man. Yeah, but these people need it, so why not give it to them?
Which you can even see in his Soul Calibur stuff in Libra Souls, where he even tells you, hey, you shouldn't be fucking with these people because they're evil and whatnot.
That he's all about expelling vile karma when we switch over to Soul Calibur and everything like that. And katanas, man. I'm a weeb. We're weebs. We love katanas. Like, come on, let's be real here. It's the edginess, man. It's a little bit of edge, a little bit of weed, a little bit of like righteousness and justice. Dude looks fucking cool. He's never the same. You know what I mean? It's always something fresh with Yoshi. Whereas you didn't even see fresh costumes for characters in the previous Tekkens. They all wore the same thing except Yoshi for the most part.
Now, so, I will. Go ahead. No, keep going.
There was something else. I forgot what it was.
Well, what I was gonna say next is, like you said, he's been in like multiple games. But is there in a game that you can think of right now what you would like to see him in?
Honestly, no. He's in all the games that I would like for him to be in.
So not even like say, I don't know, Dead or Alive or something like that.
Nah. Because he's already in a fist fighting game, and that's Tekken.
Which is fair enough. Now, being the Yoshi person for punishment guys and whatnot, can you do some like strengths and weaknesses for the character?
The problem with Yoshi is that, well, how can I put this? I really don't know how to put this, because his strength is in his mind games, but his weaknesses is also in the mind games. Like, he's good at tricking people, he's good at getting into people's heads, but if you can't get into their head, you're gonna have a hard time. Because the problem is finding shit. The problem is getting, yeah, like I said, it's getting into people's heads. Because if you can't get into someone's heads, they're just gonna press buttons all day, and that's not that Yoshimitsu, especially in Tekken, can't thrive off of that.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you say getting people's heads, like, walk me down like a process of possibly doing that. Like, what would you do to maybe like say, hey, I'm gonna do this maybe, but then I'm not.
Since we've been playing each other for years, it kind of doesn't work on you. But say I can do a generic down 4, and I can do a full crouch mix-up. I can sword sweep you, I can do a low, or I can hop knee you in the nose.
Now, is there one move you would prefer to do in order to get them to think you're going to do that move? Or is it just, you just do it?
I kind of just do it, but yeah, it's a little bit of training. With friends, it's not really so much training, because with friends, the options that I choose are like very generic. Just because I'm playing with friends, and this is mostly just like just casual shit. But against some random schmuck that I don't care about, I'm trying to train them. I'm trying to train them to think, okay, well, he's definitely gonna do this because it's been working so well. And then it does not, and then I don't do that. I do something else, and then I flourish off of that.
Okay. If there was one thing you can change with the character, what would it be?
His stances need to be better.
Elaborate for the audience, just in case they don't know.
Elaborate for the audience. Prime example: this move right here. You will mash A in Soul Calibur and in Tekken. If I go into Manji Dragonfly, all you have to do is just mash out of it. If I go into Flee like this, all you have to do is mash A and get out of it. Sure, I can dip into the ground. I can dip into the ground and do a mix-up, something like that. But what good is that if you're already going to press buttons before I get to the point of doing that anyway?
Fair enough. Now, going into the mind games, whatnot, what would you do to, say, go into that without somebody just doing like that or something like that?
Probably not go into Manji Dragonfly or any of the moves that go into Manji Dragonfly, right? Like, for example, I can do this and not go into Manji Dragonfly. You try to jab, and I can flash that. If it goes well for me, especially if I'm in no sword stance, I can't go into Manji Dragonfly anyway. So if you do that, then press a button. I can flash you for free. If I go into here, just just you seeing me go into this, you're already gonna press a button.
Yeah, like maybe and like that or something.
Yeah, Exactamundo.
Yeah,
and that's a problem. Like that's a problem too. It's like the stances don't work if you're already headstrong. You're already headstrong in how you play. Like even Indian stance doesn't work on someone who sees me teleporting, because while I'm teleporting, I can still get hit for free. And there's too many things I can get hit for free out of. Like I can go into Manji Dragonfly. This is an unblockable. Boy, what good is that if it takes me too long to even do the unblockable? Like I can do this, I can do this, I'm gonna get hit. I can do this, I'm going to get hit. I can do this and go into something else, and I'm still going to get hit, no matter what. And that's the problem.
Which is fair.
That's also another reason why I do block punishment, because anybody who plays against the Yoshimitsu player knows, okay, well, he has all this funny stuff that I can mash him out of. Alright, so what if you're like me and don't even go into it too? You're going to start doing stupid shit, because you're like just trying to keep me from going into these myriad of stances and all that. But if I never go into the stances, you can never predict. You can never predict me going to the stances, especially if I never go into the stances at all. But if you're doing stuff that's punishable, I'm just gonna eat away at your life bar just like that.
I'll let you get this round so we can get it one more, since we didn't really literally even play this one.
Right. So it's hard to play and talk at the same time.
Well, it was good because I wanted the people to at least see visually what you were talking about as well.
Yeah.
But I think that would be the one thing would be the stances change. All right. For this system in particular, Tekken 7, how hard would you say he is to use in this game?
How hard? Like a scale or something like that?
Yeah, like say from top tier, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous character, to straight up bottom tier, Loki, Chloe, Gigas type shit.
I got a connection there.
Uh-oh. Now I'm getting it too.
Okay.
Tekken's been kind of falling apart a little bit lately.
I see. Put him on a tier list. No, he's this is the best Yoshimitsu of all time, and yet he's still like mid tier. And I say he's mid tier just because it's easy to just mash him out of anything. If he had frames like Jin in Jin stances, he'd probably be a hell of a lot better. At least that's how I see it. At high, the thing is, at low and mid level, Yoshimitsu's probably really difficult. He doesn't even really get good until high level. Because at high level is where the mind games work.
Because people are just starting to, like, just pressing buttons and shit.
Yeah.
Now, here's a fun bonus question. If you could, would you switch his fighting style with someone else's in the game?
Not really, no.
Not even Aura? No.
Not even Auras. The Auras aren't worth it. But nah, I wouldn't change out his fighting stance because he wouldn't be Yoshimitsu anymore.
No. You say like you did like Tekken 2 onward for him. So my question is, as far as like looks go, this is your favorite one?
This is the Japanese porn star by far.
And why is that?
Because hentai is the shit. No. I'd say this one. It depends, because the Tekken 6 Super Metal Ninja one was pretty cool. The Tekken 3 pretty cool. I hated Tekken 4. I hated the Dung Beetle one. That's just me. Tekken 5. Tekken 5 could have been. Tekken 5 could have been a little. Tekken 5 was all right. But Tekken 6 with the metal, I think he had too much on him. And it's like having a little bit too much and then having too little. You kind of find that healthy balance, but I think this one looks really good.
Which is fair.
Yeah. Do you have anything else for me?
There was one other, but I have to look at my list.
Alright.
Let's see. Oof. What was that? Oof. Oof, good one. Cannot read my writing because my writing sucks.
Sorry to hear that.
Let's see. Oh, okay, there it is. What would you say, as far as character-wise, is Yoshi's worst matchup?
In Tekken, shit. Honestly, no one in Tekken really. He doesn't really have a bad matchup.
Oof. Wrong punch.
And like in Tekken, as far as like I don't think he has a bad matchup at all.
Let's see. Because I would have always been like maybe like a Mishima possibly.
Nah.
Word.
Nah. I don't think so. Not for matchup. Nah.
Excuse me, everybody, while I suck at Tekken. Unlike Eddie, who's been the good player and knows what he's to play both games. I don't play both games anymore.
We both pretty much dropped Tekken when Soul Calibur came out.
Yeah.
This is all just legacy shit coming back to me.
No, just to show your quote dedication to the thing, because this is an easy question. If there was a DLC character, let's say Kunimitsu, to come into the game, would you like play her more than Yoshi?
No, I wouldn't play her more. She would just be my second most played character.
Fair enough.
Dude, I'm like killing it right now. Also, that does bring up the question, because I am one of the admins of the Yoshimitsu Discord. If Kunimitsu would be in the game, I would strongly advocate for her to have her own tabs in the Discord.
Nice. Well, that is good to know.
And I say that mostly in the sense of because they're both manji. And it's like, would the Mishimas have their own Discord? I don't think they would. I think they'd have their own respective ones. So if another one would have to be made, yeah, okay, sure, that makes sense. But because it's like Mishimas is like the only other people who can relate. But since they come from the same origin, why not have them all in the same place? Like, why go through the trouble of making a whole new Discord channel with everything like that when we can just build it off of this one? Since all of the Yoshimitsu players are going to be playing Kunimitsu anyway, why not just combine them like that? That's my thoughts.
Now, as far as the characters, because I'm pretty sure you've played both in Tag 2, right?
Yeah, boy.
As far as the characters themselves, which one would you think is the stronger one as far as an actual character playstyle?
Because since Kunimitsu was only in 2, Tag 2, probably have to say Yoshi.
Why would that be?
It's a biased answer. I can't give you an answer. Just I've only been playing Yoshimitsu for much longer, so I can only really base it off of that. But Kunimitsu is good in her own right. I would need more time with it. Time that I don't have.
Which is fair. Oh, I'm thinking this is Soul Calibur.
No, I have those impulses too.
What the? Oh no! Oof. Alright, I think I'll do one more match for the Yoshi, and then I think I'll be done for the Tekken 7 portion of this video.
Right, and I'm sure this is going to be edited out in post and all that.
Oh yeah. Well, I definitely wanted to show a lot of Yoshi playing too.
Right.
And whatnot. But if you have anything else to add that I have not asked or anything, feel free to add.
I'd just like see if this was my own thing, I'd be able to do that, but like I'm only here just helping my nigga out. Like so I'm just like I got nothing. I don't really have much and nothing to add really.
Let's see. Well, we'll do this one last one, and for those who are waiting for the Soul Calibur portion, I'm pretty sure I timestamped it somewhere. So I'll be doing that. Be ready to watch this last match in the Tekken thing before we move on.
Are they going to be in the same
video?
Okay, that's cool.
Because I'll have a whole new set of questions for that one, and the same thing, so you can compare the two.
Okay, right. I see.
Yep, yep, yep. This is still a beta. It's a beta, man. Oh gosh, how do I lucky Chloe?
You just do the stuff, man. That's all.
Works for me.
And just pray. Pray that I remember. I ducked. Not.
I remember the Chloe, somewhat. Wow, okay, sure. Oh, what am I doing? Oof. I'm remembering Chloe, and I remember why this character is toxic. Nice. Oof. Oof.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh, wow.
I made you flinch. I was like, I gotta make him flinch somehow.
No, that's not that. I was gonna do a rage. I was gonna do the super flash, and it did a jab.
No. And we're back with a much better game. Soul Calibur 6. No, I'm just playing. I love Tekken 7, but Soul Calibur's always been my home, and I am also back here with Eddie. Say hey.
Man, Tekken is much more balanced. Let me say that.
Yeah. But right now we're going to be doing some matches just like we did with Tekken 7. And if you're wondering why you're hearing a clicking noise, it's because my controller just died today. Rest in peace to the homie. So I'll be using my fight stick, which is a TE2 Mad Catz. So this should be interesting for you guys. That you're hearing a lot of clicking and buttons and all that other good stuff. Yeah, as my partner has said, so Tekken 7 is a more balanced game, which we will probably get into as we get into these questions. Which, first off, with question 1, how long have you been playing Soul Calibur?
Like a week after its release. After a week after the release of Soul Calibur 6, or like 2 weeks after the game launched. That's how long I've been playing Soul Calibur.
And for that being just only a week, what made you like not play it before?
Either not being able to afford it, or really knowing back then that fighting games are very, very consuming time sinks, and the only time sinks that I had was in Tekken.
Alrighty. Now, as before, as stated, Eddie is the Yoshimitsu Discord admin. So, with that being the case, what are your thoughts on the Yoshi in this game?
This Yoshimitsu is a hell of a lot better in Soul Calibur than in Tekken. But I feel like the game's mechanics help Yoshimitsu be better. As opposed to in Tekken being like a fist fighting game and a character using a sword, you can't make it too powerful.
Now, as you can see, this is not the normal color for Yoshi, so the next question is, how many customs have you made?
I had a bunch more. I deleted a bunch of them.
How come?
I really didn't like the design. I wanted to change it up.
Well, that's fair. You know me, with my billions of customs. Whoa, okay. Ooh, wrong button.
Is that me?
Yeah. So, would you have played Soul Calibur 6 without Yoshi?
No, I would not have.
And that's just because he's your favorite character, right?
That's right.
Now, that being said, that also goes with now that you've played the game, so on and so forth, blah, 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 right? Which is fair. Now, for someone who is new to the game, why should they pick up Yoshi?
Because he is a very fun character. He's not run of the mill. He's not how can I put this? You got me. Not polite.
Sure.
He's just a very fun character. He's not the same as a lot of people might think. Him and Mitsurugi have similar moves. Yoshi's is more of a lighthearted moveset.
Can you give like some examples for the people?
What, for similar moves?
Yeah.
Like his 4K into B, Mitsurugi has that. 66 A plus B, both Mitsurugi and Yoshimitsu have those. Shit. I think that's kind of where the similarities really end. But the way that they learn how to use their respective katanas are somewhat the same.
So instead of like, say, for example, Tekken having the same capos or whatever, it's not the same similarities that way.
No. Like the moves are similar because their fighting stances are similar, but not like a clone character.
Alrighty. Well, that was a stolen round anyway. Well, I already asked that. Now, being that you've played it for a week, so I'm sure, well, not a week, like about a month now, I'm sure you know like a lot about this character, but because of that, did you start like learning through guides or just through self-taught?
Self-taught. There aren't any Yoshimitsu guides out yet.
Do you plan on making any? Because I know you do with Tekken 7.
Yeah. But I don't know enough about the game as it stands now.
And
nor am I good enough to make guides for Soul Calibur yet.
Now, do you think that's just because of, quote, mechanics, legacy, or anything else in between?
Yes.
Alright, anything else in between you got?
Too many reasons. It's a legacy. I don't have any legacy. I don't understand the mechanics well enough. Too much shit I don't understand. and because I don't understand it, it only infuriates me when playing other players. And how it's like it's like a it's like a whale biology. Well, no, that's the perfect reasoning to tell anyone anything. Sorry, it's because I don't have the legacy or anything like that. Who am I in comparison to say you?
Wow.
Like someone like you who has legacy ability, who can explain shit to people that I don't have.
Which makes sense.
Or at least not yet.
You'll get there. Let's say you're a quick learner. Also, that string's unsafe. Good shit. Now, being that we've talked about with Yoshimitsu being in Tekken 7 and how hard he possibly is in this one, with the mechanics that you know, how hard is Yoshimitsu in this game?
He's nowhere near as hard. And I think the real struggle Yoshi has is just range, really. But as far as like learning, no, he's much easier. He's much easier to learn because a lot of the stances are put together for the same button commands for the most part.
Now you say with range, so that would be like, for example, a Siegfried or a Nightmare or an Ivy. Are those his worst matchups, or would you say another character in the game is his worst matchup?
I think it depends on game experience. For me, my worst matchup is Ivy. I hate this bitch. Also Tira, because I don't have the season pass, so I have no access.
Fair enough.
But that's like a completely different thing. Any character that has a staff, it's just difficult to get in on them in general as it stands.
Now, for someone who might have problems with someone with quote a staff, what would be your like thing to say to this person? Like, this is how you should probably think about the matchup.
Because that character has a staff, got to be at max range. Try to teleport in, but even then, the biggest problem with teleporting in is that he isn't safe at all. So he's too liable to get hit. That's like, I mean, he's still a great character. It's just certain situations because I can't hold I can't hold the block. I can't hold the block, so I have to take that risk and get hit. And that shit sucks.
The battle is over. Show respect for the fallen.
Now, another thing, which we already did in the Tekken 7 one, but I still think it's kind of a fun question. If you could have any other moveset with this character, would you have it in this game?
Still no. That and Mitsurugi is already kind of close. And because Mitsurugi is kind of close, well, it's a bit easier. I'd say learning the intricacies of Mitsurugi and Yoshimitsu would be easy enough on its own. It's just, I'm sorry, learning their basic moves would be easy enough, but getting into their intricacies would be something a little bit more difficult, just because they're two different characters.
Oh, so you are now facing yourself. No, I'm just playing.
That is me.
Yeah, it is you.
My tits are huge. I'm glad you did this.
Only for my bro.
Like we do. I'm in Texas. Everything is bigger in Texas. That means the titties. That means the swords. That means the clothing. That's just how it goes. I actually look really cool.
Yay!
I can't, for some reason I can't make a male Yoshimitsu character.
Well, I like the one you made so far.
What, the one with the soul charge Keelik hair, right?
Yeah, which I do want you to show at some point.
I don't have it anymore.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I got rid of it.
By the way, I have no idea what I'm doing, so the fact I got this much damage is a win in my book.
just bear. You got it, man.
Oof.
Oh. Nice.
Ah! Oh well.
Nice.
Oof. What the? Okay.
I sidestepped that.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Nice. Hey, you finally learned how to do that.
Yeah, I got hit by it so much. I was like, what is this input for that? I tried to do a Tekken setup, which is another question that I actually had for you. Being that you've played Tekken 7 and this, as far as like translation of the game of this character from Tekken 7 to this, how much has like translated from each game?
You know, here's one big thing between Tekken and Soul Calibur Yoshimitsu. Did you know in Tekken Yoshimitsu's sword is in his left hand, but in Soul Calibur it's in his right?
I did not know that.
So some moves are easily translated. So some things I would be using 1 for in Tekken, which is just which would be a B in Soul Calibur.
That's interesting. I wonder why they did that detail.
Yoshimitsu in Soul Calibur has always had his sword in his right hand.
Yoshimitsu
in Tekken has always had his sword in his left hand.
Which is like, yeah, I wonder why they did that kind of detail.
Make it a little bit similar but the same. Because they're two different characters in a way. Because they're not the same person. Of course, they're not in the same universe or anything like that. But I wish I knew. I'm not a developer. But what I will say is they do a good job of making Yoshimitsu look different in each Soul Calibur, just like they do in Tekken.
Now,
there's always something pretty good, dope.
Well, I was just going to actually get to that. You said that your favorite one is the one in 7, right?
The one in 3 is a close second.
Now, you've seen the ones for Soul Calibur, so out of those, which one's your favorite?
6 by far.
6 by far. Any particular reason why?
Because Yoshimitsu he's a samurai, yeah, but he's also a ninja, but he's also a demon, right? He wasn't a demon in the previous Soul Caliburs. He was more of a samurai than anything else. But but aesthetically, they made him look too much like a samurai, and not enough like anything else.
That makes sense.
Yeah, boy. So when they made this one is dope.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah.
I'm not getting enough Soul Team. Now, as you've probably stated for the crowd, this one is your better Yoshi than the one in Tekken 7. Now, what would you want for Tekken 7 Yoshi to be the better one out of the two of that?
The same issue that he even has in Soul Calibur. It's just that his stances are not good enough. His stances like I even said earlier, his stances are made to get into people's heads.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have a really good way of dominating people with just raw ability.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
What just happened?
Okay.
That was weird.
I think it's because it was cinematic grab and it hit the wall and it killed, like too many things going on at once.
The game was like, cannot handle.
Yikes.
Good shit. Oh, I didn't hold it.
I wish I could do more about that.
Do more about what?
That low.
Oh, this one.
Jump over it, and I got hit in the process.
You can try to flee.
Oh, all right.
That time, yeah. Oof. Good shit.
Damn it.
Good shit. Yeah, that doesn't work because Nightmare's slow. Good shit. Oof. That guard impact, I thought.
That was unblockable.
Yeah, that was only because I held it. It was really a gamble because it's like he's probably gonna walk out of this. Good shit.
Oh my god, shit's so fast.
Oof. Didn't walk out of that enough, which is good. Alright, now. For anyone interested in Yoshi, in general, what is one thing they need to know about him?
What, in Soul Calibur or in Tekken or just
in general?
That you have to have fun with this character. You have to like him to do well, but you just got to remember to have fun sometimes. Because while he isn't slaying people for being evil, while he isn't stabbing people in the back of their throats for being dastardly evildoers, he's real lighthearted.
Actually, because I have an idea for the last thing on this one, so this won't be the last one, right. But because you have said about him being more of a ninja in this one than anything. Ugh, good one. But I figured it'd probably be better if the ninja fights his mortal enemy, the samurai.
Ninjas and samurais have been beefing forever, haven't they?
Yep.
And that's what I absolutely do not like about this character. You don't have to respect this character at all. And if you respect the character, yeah.
Well, I will say, like, for that aspect, I do think you do have to respect at least Soul Charge Yoshi because of all the options he gets.
Right. I see what you mean.
Wow. That is not what I wanted.
Oh, that missed.
Oof.
Nice.
No, you don't. My Yoshu has, not Yoshi, my Mitsu has slightly improved. Not that much though. Let's see. Ooh, that is not working in any form. Shoot.
Ha! Goddamn you! Unhand me.
I don't know what happened, but the button did not do anything. There was a moment here, I pressed the button, it did nothing.
Oh, alright then. Oh, our BBs are also the same. Which is just, you know, basic sword slashes. But damn it.
Ooh, no reversal edge. About to say, by that instance, that shouldn't have hit, but because I was still moving forward.
Yeah, but I still teleport to you, but still in front of you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I should have went past you.
That you slowed down. Maybe you weren't moving fast enough.
Yeah, that was like, I don't understand how his thing works. But it doesn't matter because it's a Yoshi thing anyway, and Yoshi won. So, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will probably be doing way more of these because I actually enjoy this type of series to learn more about the character. And I will
Christ,
catch
my ass cheeks is out clenching now.
Nice. But now ask yourself this one question: does your soul still burn? Bye, guys.